The Igno Freedom Fighters leader Julius Malema has been convicted on multiple firearms-related charges stemming from a 2018 incident in Tanzania, Eastern Cape, where he fired what he claimed was a toy gun during a party rally. Delivering judgment in the East London Magistrates Court on Wednesday, 1 October 2025, Magistrate Antoinette Olivia found Malema guilty on 5 counts, including unlawful possession of a firearm, unlawful possession of ammunition, discharging a firearm in a public place, and reckless endangerment of people or property. The case dates back to the EFF's 5th birthday celebrations at the Cesar Tugasha Stadium, where Malema was accused of firing shots from an assault rifle in front of thousands of supporters. The firearm was handed to him by his former bodyguard and co-accused Adrian Snyman. While Malema claimed the weapon was loaded with blanks, Olivia rejected his version of events. Snyman, meanwhile, was acquitted of all charges, including failing to take reasonable precautions and supplying a firearm to a person not permitted to possess it. The ruling carries potential serious consequences. The minimum prescribed sentence for unlawful possession of an automatic or semi-automatic firearm is 15 years imprisonment. Although the law allows for judicial discretion, Malema is said to be sentenced on 23 January 2026. Addressing his supporters after the ruling, Malema insisted that the charges were politically motivated and said, "We know from the beginning they were looking for me. They were not looking for accused number 2. As a revolutionary, going to prison or death is a badge of honor. Whatever they want to do, they must know that we will not retreat from the ideas and the 7 cardinal pillars of the EFF." He further alleged, without presenting evidence, that the conviction was designed to appease AfroForum, the Trump administration, and the white supremacist of South Africa, AfroForum, a civil rights lobby group, lodged the complaint under the Firearms Control Act and has been vocal in its pursuit of the case. The matter has drawn international attention. The Trump administration previously cited Malema's citing of the liberation struggle song Tubuli Bonu as proof of minority persecution in South Africa. After Wednesday's ruling, Malema again led supporters in singing the controversial chant, declaring, "We are not fighting the case, we are fighting racism." Olivia's ruling highlighted weaknesses in Malema's defense. She noted that while viral footage of the alleged shooting circulated widely on social media, it was not formally authenticated and therefore inadmissible. Instead, the court relied on footage from Gear House, the live events company contracted for the EFF rally. She also criticized Malema's conduct in the witness box, describing his responses during cross-examination as evasive. National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, Eastern Cape spokesperson Dr. Gyali welcomed the judgment, calling it a victory for accountability, and said, "We are glad that Mr. Malema has been found guilty because a law was broken in full view of the public by an influential person. This conviction sends a clear message. Reckless handling of firearms in public places is prosecutable and punishable." While the NPA considered that parts of its case against Snyman were weak, Gyali said it was satisfied with the outcome against Malema. Malema's legal team has already indicated plans to appeal the conviction. Should his sentence include prison time, it will mark an unprecedented chapter in post-apartheid South Africa, a sitting opposition leader serving time behind bars. For now, all eyes turn to 23 January 2026, when the court will decide the political firebrand's fate. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.